Musk has missed enough deadlines that most of us don't even argue about them anymore. We just wait. So when he says Giga Texas will produce 10 million robots a year, your first instinct is to roll your eyes. I did too. Then I looked at what's actually being built in Austin right now, and I genuinely couldn't sleep. 1. How different is Giga Texas this time? Something clicked. The weird part isn't the 10 million number. The weird part is what Tesla is choosing to build next to each other. Because if this were only about making more cars, none of this layout would make sense. And once you see that, it's hard to unsee it. Up to this moment, new drone footage shows the Optimus plant building site is advancing quickly, with substantial ground and foundation work being constructed across a large expanse, and the steel superstructure obviously taking shape in several sections. 4 floors of steel in the air, not a rendering, not a promise, steel. And it's not just one building going up. That same flyover covered 3 other major active construction zones on Giga Texas's North Campus, including Cortex 2. 3 separate massive projects are happening simultaneously right now in Austin, Texas. Here's what actually broke my brain when I found it. Semiconductor fabs are among the most complex construction projects on Earth. The clean room environments require extraordinary precision, and equipment lead times for lithography machines alone can run 12 to 18 months. The fact that site preparation is already underway suggests Tesla placed orders and began permitting well before the public announcement. That's not aspirational, it's planned. On April 6th, Tesla leased additional Fremont property as a global robotics R&D hub. This is capital deployed and factory space committed, not a slide deck. And over in Texas, Tesla has outlined capital expenditure exceeding $20 billion for 2026, more than double what they spent in 2025. That money is moving. That's a number you have to disclose to the SEC. You don't fake that. Now, here's what I want you to think about, and I'm serious. Pause the video for a second if you need to. Every single Tesla promise before this was about software, targets, and projections, things you can push back with a press release. But right now, there are cranes in Austin, steel beams in the air, fire alarm permits filed with Travis County, and lithography equipment on order with 18-month lead times. You can't walk that back with a tweet. What is particularly valuable is the consistency of the vantage points, including matched shots from the same positions, which means the scale difference you see is real and unmanipulated. Changes can sometimes be hard to notice on a day-to-day basis, he wrote, but zoom out a little, and it is irrefutable. Nobody builds that kind of insane, heavy-duty infrastructure just for a PR stunt or a stock pump. You don't sink hundreds of millions of dollars into underground fiber tunnels and reinforced concrete foundations unless the machines are already talking to each other. And honestly, that's what feels different this time. Nobody's debating whether Tesla is building something anymore. We're literally watching it happen. The real jaw-dropper is seeing what they're choosing to build together. Because when robots, AI, compute, manufacturing, and batteries all start showing up on the same campus, you're not looking at another factory expansion anymore. You're watching someone attempt something the industry doesn't even have a category for yet. But if this were just another vehicle factory, none of this layout would make sense. Why are compute clusters, robot production, manufacturing space, and entirely new buildings all rising together on the same patch of Texas soil? Before answering that question, if you're into spotting where Tesla is heading before Wall Street catches up, then why not subscribe to Autogearshift? Join me to see what is being put together. 2. How is co-location becoming Tesla's secret weapon? Every humanoid company on Earth is fighting the same invisible enemy. Figure has raised $675 million. BMW is testing its robots. Boston Dynamics looks incredible. But when it comes time to build 10,000 robots, they all hit the same wall, chips. They're all competing for the same advanced silicon coming out of TSMC, where new customers can wait close to a year for capacity. Think about that for a second. Your software is ready, your robot is ready, your factory is ready. but your supply is stuck in traffic. You are waiting behind Apple, Nvidia, AMD, and the biggest AI companies in the world for advanced silicon. And that may be the hidden reason most humanoid companies never make it beyond the demo stage. Now look at what Tesla is literally building right now on the North Campus at Giga Texas. The Terafab is designed to integrate every stage of chip production under one roof: design, lithography, fabrication, packaging, and testing. All in Austin, and it sits physically adjacent to the Optimus factory. Not in the same city, not in the same state, the same campus. You could theoretically walk from the robot assembly floor to the chip fab in under 5 minutes. So what is Tesla really buying by putting the robot factory and the AI chip infrastructure on the same campus? Is it A, more chips, B, lower cost, C, faster design changes, or D, control over the production ramp? Let me know which one you pick, and the answer I'd pick is D, control. Because once Tesla controls the ramp, the other three start falling into place. More chips stop being a begging game. Lower cost becomes an engineering problem. Faster design. Changes become part of the weekly rhythm. And that is exactly why this next part matters. When Tesla needs to scale Optimus from 10,000 units to 500,000 units, they don't call TSMC. They walk next door. The chip supply is not a bottleneck. It's a dial Tesla controls in-house. No other humanoid company on Earth has this. Not Figure, not Boston Dynamics, not Agility. Not any of the Chinese players. Not one. And here's the part that made me genuinely sit back in my chair. The AI5 chip powering Optimus Gen 3 matches an H100 NVIDIA chip in inference performance, but at a fraction of the power draw. And Tesla made the decision to deploy it to Optimus before Tesla vehicles. Before your Tesla gets it, the robot gets the brain upgrade first. When your chip fab is next door to your robot factory, you can iterate on the chip on the same cycle as the robot. Discover a flaw in how the robot processes grip data at 2 a.m. and then fix it in the chip design by morning to test the updated chip in the robot the same week. That feedback loop? No external fab partner can move at that speed. The minimum turnaround time at TSMC for a design change runs months, not days. That's not a manufacturing advantage. That's a fundamentally different clock speed for how fast the robot gets smarter. Now I want you to actually sit with for a second because I think most people gloss over this. Figure AI with all its BMW contracts and its $675 million and its NVIDIA partnership, it is structurally dependent on NVIDIA's roadmap and TSMC's schedule. If NVIDIA decides to prioritize data centers over robot chips in 2027, figure waits. If TSMC has a supply crunch, which Broadcom already flagged is happening right now in 2026, figure waits. The entire business model of every Tesla competitor in humanoid robotics runs on infrastructure that someone else controls.
Tesla is the only company in this race building the track while it runs on it.
And they're building it right there, in Austin, in plain sight. And somehow barely anyone is connecting those two buildings on the North Campus map as the thing that could end the competition before it really starts. What happens when you combine all of this with batteries, manufacturing, and vehicle production on the same campus?
3. When does a $20,000 Optimus actually happen?
Let's take a closer look in the final minutes. Let's just be straight with each other. Right now, building one Optimus costs Tesla somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000 per unit. The $20,000 price only works at massive scale. Musk knows it, Wall Street knows it, and the factory going up in Austin right now is literally the only thing that can close that gap. Here's the part nobody explains simply. There are exactly 2 gates between not available and $20,000 in your driveway. Gate 1 is Fremont, running right now, targeting 1 million robots a year. That's not where $20,000 happens. That's where Tesla proves the production process doesn't fall apart. Think of it as the test run. Gate 2 is Giga Texas. The Giga Texas facility targets 10 million robots per year, representing a 20 times increase in total global robot production that currently exists in the entire world. That's the volume where in-house chips from Terafab next door, in-house actuators, in-house everything, stacks up to $20,000, being a math problem with a real answer instead of a slide.
Here's the number that should make you sit up straight.
At $25,000 per unit versus a fully loaded U.S. factory worker at $110,000 a year, Optimus pays for itself in roughly 3.3 months. Every business that buys one at $25,000 gets free labor for the remaining 8 months of the year. That's not a pitch, that's arithmetic. So when exactly? The honest timeline. First enterprise units go to businesses in late 2026, but at $100,000 per unit, not $20,000. Consumer availability is targeted for the end of 2027. The actual $20,000 price is a 2028 to 2029 story, and only if Giga Texas ramps the way those permits and drone shots suggest. 3 prices, 3 windows, $100,000 for businesses, late 2026. $30,000 to $40,000 for early consumers, 2027. $20,000 for everyone when Texas is running at scale. The steel going up in Austin right now is not just construction. It is the only physical structure that has to exist before $20,000 stops being a promise. If you pre-ordered a Model 3 back in 2016, you already know exactly how this plays out. History tends to look obvious in hindsight, but right now, it still looks like cranes, concrete, and a few strange new buildings rising out of Texas. And that's usually how the biggest stories begin. Don't forget to follow me on AutoGearshift to keep up with the big changes coming.